Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the fantastic universe of Starbound. So we're back playing the Starbound beta once again, and we're still here playing Offended Koala. It's the current beta version. It's the one we were playing in the last episode as well. So I didn't make it clear in the first episode that more than likely we'll actually be experiencing some different version changes. I did mention it, but I didn't actually mention that we will be playing through those different versions. So we'll be playing Starbound for the next couple of weeks, definitely. I'm going to be playing it for probably the rest of my life because it's an amazing game, and I can't wait to see what happens with it. But just to make you guys aware that more than likely over the next week or a couple of weeks or whatever, as we progress through the episodes, we will be looking at different versions of the beta, which will include various different bits of content and changes and tweaks and stuff like that. So the last time around, we got into a stage where, okay, we gotten some basic kind of resources together, and we got in a basic little shelter. And what I said is I didn't want to bore you guys with the laborious part of actually going off and finding all of the different bits of resources I needed. I didn't really come across very much iron throughout that episode. So I said, right, okay, forget about it. I'll just go off and do it in my own time, and then I'll come back and record it once I've gotten a load of iron. So I actually came across a load of really cool stuff, one of which is actually the chef's hat, which you can see Vinebiter wearing there at the moment. So we'll pop into the game and we'll load it up, and we'll have a look at the various different bits and pieces that we came across. I came across one or two kind of NPC settlements, and I came across one or two kind of cool weapons and things like that. One thing I also came across, which has only recently been introduced to the... Sorry. Try that again. That has only been recently introduced to the game, as far as I'm aware, is mini-bosses. So, larger kind of versions of monsters or enemies that are there, and they kind of radiate this aura about themselves. And they're quite tough. So I came across one of these guys with my basic default weapon that I started with, and I got absolutely creamed. I don't have any armor on whatsoever, anything like that, and I got absolutely creamed. And then I came across some awesome weapons and things like that in chests and awesome stuff like that. So this was my basic weapon, the Broken Venus Sword. And the damage per second there is 4. It's got a swing speed of 1.25, so you get 1.25 swings in every second. And the damage per swing is 3. Okay, so that was my very first weapon, which I got creamed using. I then came across this weapon, which is called a Futile Annoyance, and it's an uncommon crappy spear. Its DPS is 9, so that's better. Its swing speed is 1.87, so you get 1.87 swings per second, and the damage per swing is 5. And if you see that skull icon, also means that it's poisoned. Now, it was handy, but I'll show this to you. This is how spears work. So it's really, really, really limited and quite annoying, actually. Then I was lucky enough to come across this amazing weapon. Now, before I show you the stats, I'll just show you what it does. Kaboom! It shoots bones. It's amazing. So this fantastic weapon is called the Pirate Bro Squisher. Okay. The DPS damage per second is 11, which is the highest out of all the ones we've seen. Its swing speed is 0.8, so you get 0.8 of a swing per second, and the damage per swing is 13. But it doesn't actually tell you that it has this awesome effect, and it's a purple weapon, so it's a high tier weapon. It has this awesome effect of firing out bones, and when I use this against one of the mini bosses, let's say he didn't last very long. So anyway, back down on the planet's surface. So I came across another cool thing, like the cool chef's hat there. So I don't have any armor or anything like that on. I did come across this cool high-tech chest, which actually held this Pirate Bro Squisher. Now, normally high-tech chests would ordinarily contain tech, so stuff like double jump and kind of boost dash and stuff like that. But unfortunately it didn't. So throughout my travels, I came across some enemies, and I killed them using my hunting bow. So I created the hunting bow. That was one part I had kind of skipped over because I really needed to get some raw animal flesh. So you can create a hunting bow using plant fiber and unrefined wood, which is pretty handy. Bandages as well. I went through a load of bandages. And we also have climbing rope here, which is pretty awesome. Once you get an iron bar, you can create climbing rope. So I won't use up that iron bar just yet. So yeah, I went off and I created the stone pickaxe previously, and went off and went mining. So I spent about, I'd say about 2 hours mining, and eventually I came up with 47 bits of iron ore and 68 bits of copper ore. Now the copper ore is going to become much more useful once I actually build the anvil. So the first thing to do is take all of this iron ore and smelt it. So you can see it's taking 2 bits of iron ore to make 1 iron bar. The same will then apply for the copper. I also came across this plain chest. I can't quite remember what was in there. I think the spear was in there. So, we now have a good bit of iron bars, more than enough to make the anvil. So, I'm going to smelt all this copper ore. You can see it takes 2 to make a copper bar. And while that's smelting away, we are going to come along and we are going to build our iron anvil. Ta-da! So, take our iron anvil. Move this over, and we'll plonk in here. There we go. Fantastic. So this gets us access to a lot more crafting recipes and much more useful kind of gear. So I've got 34 copper bars there. That's a nice little amount. It'll help me make some armor. Okay. So this is the iron anvil. Here are the different schematics and recipes that we have. So you can create a hunting knife. The great thing about the hunting knife is that the devs designed it so that it has an increased chance of actually giving you animal meat. So you still have a pretty decent one-handed weapon, and it doesn't have the kind of lesser chance of giving you animal meat, just in case you're hungry and stuff like that. So the stats on that are actually pretty good. It's only slightly better than my my pirate bro squisher, which is a 2-handed weapon. So we can create the poker and the slicer and things like that. And then you have the curvy slice. You have the big slicer, which we can't quite create, and this choppy thing, which is an axe basically. And then you have iron block. So you can use iron block to create various different things. Now the stuff that I'm interested in is number 1, the iron hunting bow. So this will it'll allow me to kill monsters and get them to drop meat, but it's also stronger. So I'm going to craft that. So it uses up my hunting bow to actually craft it, so it replaces that. Now the stuff that I'm really interested in is the silver pickaxe, platinum pickaxe, gold pickaxe, diamond pickaxe, and the copper pickaxe. So I need the copper pickaxe to get higher up, that's fair enough. So it's also better than the stone pickaxe. So screw it, let's do it. Just going to craft that, and now we get a brand new copper pickaxe. Fantastic. Okay. So in order to create the silver one, I need 8 bars of silver. I came across a little bit of silver, but I don't think I came across enough. So there's 36 silver ore. I can't remember whether it does 2 or 3. So it's 2. So divide 36 by 2, that's 16 bars. Okay. We might just have enough. So already I have enough to make it. Fantastic. Let's go have a look. Silver pickaxe. Okay. So what we're doing here is we're instantly jumping 2 tiers up with the pickaxe, going from stone straight to silver. So I'm pretty happy about that. Now the other thing that we have here is a lantern, and a lantern is not hugely helpful. I don't have enough pixels or iron bars to make it at the moment, and as you can see, pixels become really important in the crafting process, because previously I was able to make all of these things, but it was only because I had enough pixels to actually make them. I'm now out of enough iron bars to do so, but at least I have enough copper to make myself some greaves and a helmet and stuff. So the thing about the lantern is, once you have it crafted and you access some higher tier stuff, you can create what's called a lantern on a stick, which is far more useful than the lantern itself, because if I was able to craft the lantern, it would be like a much weaker form of my where's my torch? Oh, that's strange. Oh, sorry, my torch is in my right hand. Yeah, so this is the torch. So the lantern is like a much weaker version of that, which has to be held in the hand. I would have assumed, you could attach it to your belt or something like that, but unfortunately you can only do that with the lantern on the stick, so it's not as useful straight away as it is much later on. So anyway, what else can we create here? We can create some copper greaves. Boom. And unfortunately I don't have enough to make a copper helmet now anymore. So the sprouts, anklets, I can use copper greaves to create them, but I don't have enough iron bars. Let's have a look and see. I only have 3 silver bars left, 1 iron bar. So I seem to have used up, yeah, most of it. There's some more silver. That's fair enough. Okay, copper greaves. Okay, so we have the copper greaves, the helmet, and the chest piece. These are basically the first tier of armor. Then you have the sprouts, anklet, circlet, and chest guard, and they're kind of your second tier of armor. So what you'd want to be doing is you'd want to have these for going exploring on kind of early planets before you've gone off and created the distress beacon. Now the distress beacon is something we'll probably come across in this episode because I have a good weapon, so that'd be really helpful. But I would really like to get these first before we actually do that, so we'll see, because they're much stronger. So you can see here the defense that the anklets give is 3, 5 for the circlet, and 8 for the chest guard. Now the copper greaves give 2, 2, and 4 respectively. So not as helpful, but still helpful nonetheless. So that's enough of that. Come out of here, go in here, and we'll pop on the copper greaves. Right, so now we have 2 defense. Better than nothing. Okay. So, is there anything else that we can do or create? No. Oh, I have some gold ore as well. Fantastic. So I came across some gold ore in my travels. Don't have a huge amount of it, but that's certainly enough to mess around with. So I have 5 gold bars there. I don't think I have anything that I can actually create with it. No, nothing at the moment. So it's time to go off and explore some more, kill some monsters, get more pixels, and get some more iron. So, boom. So before, with my shitty little sword, it was 4 or 5 swings. With these guys, they just go down, and it's fantastic. Bye bye. Oh, you bastard. Down you go. Huzzah! Okay. So let's keep going. So as I say, I'm on the hunt for pixels here. Also, I have, I forgot, I have a silver pickaxe here. So let's just try and demonstrate the difference. I mean, it's crazy how quickly I'm getting through cobblestone now, as compared to before. So much faster. Much faster. Actually, it doesn't take forever now anymore. So that's how long it's taken me to get through the cobble here. Let's just compare that to the matter manipulator. So, like, first off, it's a much smaller area. It's a 2x2 area, not a 3x3. And, like, this is how long it's taken me to get through just this small section. Screw that. There we go. So, much faster. So, let's get back up here. And away we go. So I could do with a little bit more unrefined wood. Chop that down. Timber! There we go. Okay. And let's keep going. So there was some interesting kind of buildings and stuff up over here that I came across earlier on in my travels when I was wandering around gathering resources. So, as you can see, we have a building there. How dare you? How very dare you? So I'm going to take this guy out with an iron hunting bow. Oh, hey! What happened there? Oh, awesome. Come back here, you. You vile fiend. Whoa. How absolutely dare you? Whoa! Take that. Oh, there's more of them. So as I say, I'm on the hunt for pixels here as well. So, the more enemies I can take out, the better. Now, as you can see, this thing does so much damage that it actually can take out bits of dirt. So this thing is not to be trifled with. So I'm going to use a bandage there. And here we go. We have here an apex building. Now this is the building I found the high-tech chest in, sitting just there. So this is one of these random kind of NPC things that is just sitting here. There doesn't appear to be any NPCs actually related to this because there was nobody around. But so the apex are the kind of ape-like race that you can play as. I haven't come across any apex actual NPCs. I have, however, come across some avian NPCs. There was 2 or 3 of them to the east. So we're going west here because there's some more interesting stuff and hopefully a greater chance of coming across resources. Because if you recall, to the east, what we have actually is we have a lava area, so basically a volcano, and it's primarily constructed out of obsidian. And obsidian is, well, it's not the easiest thing in the world to mine. So go down and grab some coal. So as you can see, investing that time has paid off greatly because now we can just power through these various different bits and pieces and get at what we need. So just coming down here in the hope that there's something good, but more than likely there is not. As I said in the first video, your best chance is to wait until, more difficult planets before you start going off, going deep underground looking for stuff. But there's no harm to kind of scratch the, not the surface, but scratch just below the surface. Especially once you've geared yourself up with, good gear like this, because now I can kind of cut through these things. So here's another apex area. It looks a bit different. It also has a lot of pixels and things here. I actually picked up a steel platform there. I wonder if I stood here and kept firing, will it eventually break? Yeah, it will eventually break, but it's not worth it. So night is falling now, and here's a bed that we can sleep in, even though it looks like an operating table. So loads more pixels. Right. So now it's night time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and use this. So this is the other weapon I actually failed to show you guys that I came across. It's called an alarming starjabber, and I actually got this from killing one of the mini bosses. So it's poisoned, it's one-handed, and it does 10 damage per second, so 10 DPS. So the fact that it's one-handed and it's poisoned is fantastic because it's quite strong, and the fact that it's one-handed means I can actually carry on my flashlight at the same time at night time, so I don't have to keep switching between various different things to actually use this. I wonder why it's so bright there. Oh, because he was poisoned. Okay. So, whoa. So, slowly but surely taking them out with the poison. Wow, and there we go. That was pretty cool, I must say. Okay. What have we got here? Is this just cobblestone? No, it looks like silver actually. Yep, silver ore. And there you go, buddy. Ooh, copper. I'll take that. Don't mind if I do. Awesome. So as you can see, I'm kind of dual wielding a flashlight and my one-handed weapon here. Okay, So it's time to get the flock out of here. Oh shit. I'm in some serious need of health. I do not know how I am still alive. Okay. Another bandage, please. And another one, please. Get up there, you. Right. Get me the hell out of here. Down you go. Out of my way, thank you kindly. Oh, fantastic weapon this. Now in all my earlier playthroughs I actually hadn't come across a weapon like this with such interesting abilities. Ooh. Yes please, I'll take all that. So I need all the copper I can get to create all my armor. No idea what that thing is trying to spit at me, but I don't like it. How dare you. And down you go. Okay, so we've got a nice amount of pixels here. I got 500. Sorry, 600. Whoa! Okay, I didn't see that guy. Oh, okay. Okay, so what happened there was we started to freeze, and I kind of panicked. So I teleported myself back up to the ship. So we're kind of okay now. We're not freezing anymore. But unfortunately, when night falls, things get a little bit dark. So when night falls, things get a little bit dark. Seriously? Of course, that's fucking normal. God. When night falls, things get a little bit cold. Jesus. Okay, a little bit distracted. Anyway, let us continue. So, yeah, it's kind of freezing over that side. And, wasn't unfortunately coming across very much of use. So we'll go this way, see what we can find. Kind of getting through the obsidian was quite hard with just basic gear. So hopefully it'll be a little bit easier with the silver pickaxe. There you go. So we have lots of ash and stuff around here. Now one thing I found which is a little bit weird, which hopefully the development team has just simply overlooked, was I was exploring around here a while ago, and it was night time, and so it was cold, but I was standing right beside a pool of lava and I was still freezing to death. That was a little bit strange. Like I was right on top of it. I was almost close enough to start burning, so I'm actually quite surprised. But as I say, hopefully it's just, you know, a little oversight that will be rectified soon enough. Oh, bit of iron. Okay, yes please. So this apparently is obsidian, and it takes a bit of time to mine, as you can see. awesome. A little bit of copper. Need that. So, how much copper do we have now? We have 16, so that's enough for 8 bars. And I have 14 bars, and still not enough to make myself the full suit of armor, so we'll keep going. Looks like we've got some more ore over here. So we'll go have a look. Yeah, the obsidian makes it quite difficult to work out what's what. Okay, so we're doing well with pixels anyway, that's good. Whoa. Oh, crap. Okay, we were doing quite good with pixels until we died, so now we're losing loads of them. Feck's sake. Oh, that's interesting. So, because I'm wearing the hat, I've now become bald. And when I regenerated, I was bald. That's strange. But if I take off the hat, that's what I look like. So, that's a funny way of going about things. Again, I assume that's just a little oversight. There you go. Damn flying rats. Thankfully that guy is not interested in tackling me. So, time to be safe. Okay. There we go. Tiny little bit of copper. It was barely worth it. Unavoidable, really. Things like that will just happen. I think this is some gold ore, actually. So I'm holding down shift here just to focus on that one block. And yeah, gold ore. Ah, down you go. Melting. Literally melting. So yeah, I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll just, I can jump in the lava once and then survive. But no, once you hit the lava, you're fucked. You're gone. I wonder, is there any actual use for obsidian? That'd be interesting. And so yeah, as I say, this is the part of the process that I kind of didn't really want to expose you guys to because it's quite laborious. But, I mean, when you're doing a gameplay and you're trying to show people all the different bits of the game, if there's a bit that's laborious, You know, they're gonna have to kind of suffer, really. To a certain degree, anyway. Got some iron down here. Take that. Come on. There we go. Got a little bit of copper ore there. Try and grab that. As I say, I need that for my armor, so I can't really ignore it. There we go. So you can see with, you know, really easily mineable stuff like ash and dirt, you just really plow through it once you start getting higher tier pickaxes and stuff like that. So one thing that we'll be coming across as well in a future episode is stuff like gravel and sand. I believe I mentioned it in the last episode, but it makes mining a million times easier. Craft some torches just so we can see. Like that, plant that there because we don't need the gold ore in our hotbar. And plant a torch. Okay, nothing real of value here. Let's just have a look and see, is there anything over here in this darkened section? No. Nothing we can easily get at. And there we go. And you can see this is actually a different kind of tree than the one we saw further to the west, which is a nice. Nice way of kind of changing up the pace of things. How dare you? So, the only downside of this weapon is got a very short range of swing. So, I need to get much more up close and personal with it. Which can cause some problems. Scaling the mountain here, so we might delve our way in here and see is there anything of value. Looks like we got some coal here. Oh, there's a nice vein of copper here. That will definitely help me. One. Oh, some more copper. Fantastic. Okay. Nothing else really of value there, so let's cut through down here. Would you please swing your weapon? Jump. Jump. So, I kept clicking and clicking and clicking, but nothing was really happening. I don't know whether it's a little bit of a glitch or something that I've come across once or twice, but it definitely makes life a bit more awkward. Some plant fiber here. Chop down. Grab all this coal, and then we jump up here. So we should hopefully be coming across, I believe, some of the avian NPCs around here. I encountered them the last time. And looks like the sun is setting now shortly, so the sooner we get to shelter the better. See a little bit of copper ore down there. Another apex building here. Not very much in it. Just lots of pixels. Take out a good few of them there. Fantastic, here we go. Here we have an avian house. What the heck was trying to catch me there? Strange. A little dig down here. See, is there anything? See anything. Okay, in any event. So it's kind of cold out here. Campfire is helpful. Ooh, wow, that's a lot of meat. So I'll leave that cook away. I apply a bandage. And I'm going to create some more bandages as well because I've got a little bit more plant fiber. Fantastic. So, I'm only a little bit hungry, so we'll leave it at that. How much copper ore do I have? Oh, I have 52. Okay, right. That's more than enough. So, we're going to teleport to the ship and then teleport back down to our house. Fantastic. And we will create some more copper. Smelt a load of this. I have 873 pixels, so that should hopefully be enough to create the rest of my armor. If not, obviously we'll have to go monster hunting, and nighttime is the best time for monster hunting. Fantastic. Okay, let's see what we can make. So, copper helmet. Aw. I need more copper for the chest piece. Dang it. Right, fine. So, copper helmet. Or copper goggles. Yeah, copper helmet. So, I've got higher armor now, which is good. Go. Alright, so still need a good bit of copper. Which is not helpful. I need another 15 bars. Cripes. That's a lot. gonna have a look here at this. I want to see distress beacon. So I need loads more wood planks and loads more iron bars for the distress beacon, and then we'll be able to kill whatever boss comes our way. So I don't have enough iron to make enough iron bars. So no matter what, I'm gonna have to kind of come back to that. Okay, well, let's gather a whole load of pixels. Didn't see that little fucker. Useful bastard. There we go. It's quite claustrophobic when it gets dark like this. Okay, let's see what we can do. Slowly freezing to death here again. Time to join the campfire here. Okay, so what we're going to do at this point is I need to gather more resources, unfortunately, so I'm going to stop it here. A bit of an uneventful episode, unfortunately, at this point, but unfortunately this is the way things go sometimes. So what we're going to do is, obviously I've guided you through the various different bits and pieces that I came across, the cool weapons and the new recipes that we get from the Iron Anvil. So in the next episode I'm going to come back with enough materials to make the full set of armor that I need, and then we're going to create the distress beacon and we're going to take on whatever boss comes along that way. What's going to happen then is we'll be able to gather up loads and loads of fuel, and we'll be able to travel into different planets. Now there's no real point in kind of going and traveling to a different planet now at this point, because again the threat level for them is still too low to warrant, you know, traipsing through loads of different planets trying to find loads of resources. The best thing to do is for me just to spend a little bit of time gathering enough resources to make that armor, and then take on the boss, and then we can actually go to the beta sector and go to tier 2. So we'll leave it there. Thanks very much for coming along for the ride, guys, and for bearing with me. I apologise that the episode wasn't a bit more eventful, but as I say, that's the way the cookie crumbles. Things unfold that way sometimes. So like, comment and subscribe if you would, please. So like if you like the video, comment if you have any comments on the video, on stuff I've done, on things I've mentioned, and subscribe for more. And we'll talk to you again very soon in the next episode. Thanks very much once again, and we'll talk to you again. Take care.